Hey guys, we got a trouble call for a 20 horsepower water pump that's kind of faulting but working, but also making a weird noise, and the operator wants us to come and just check it out and make sure everything makes sense and that everything's all good. They're a little worried it's loud and that it's making it's getting warm or getting hot. So we'll do a bunch of basic checks. If you're a fan of the channel, you probably remember this place when we get there. I just was recently there. They had a problem with this installation. They had a spare 20 horse pump and motor for one that had failed. When we got there, it was overloading and not moving much water. They still haven't taken that one apart, so we don't know if it was bearings or impeller issues. But the spare that they had on hand, that they had all rebuilt previously, is now the one that's in there now, which is causing this fault and this issue. So kind of going right back to the same place. We'll do the same checks. We'll look at the amps. We'll listen to it. Probably do a thermal scan with my FLIR, and we'll go from there. If there's a chance, they started it this morning and it seemed to be working. However, it was loud. There's a chance though that it has faulted in the time in between we got dispatched this morning and when I arrive. So if it's faulted, then we can look at that. If it hasn't, it may just be, okay, everything looks good, let's run it to fail kind of vibe. So we'll look at all our options when we get there, and I'll see you there. All right, well, we're here. Motor's running. And I don't have a decibel meter, and I didn't take a decibel reading when I first installed it, so I don't really have a way of quantifying the noise that the motor's making now versus compared to some other benchmark of loudness. It does sound loud. The flow is a few gallons less than what it was when we did the startup. What I want to check now is amps and see how that looks, and just make sure volts are good too. 30.6, 28. That is a little lower actually, and 28. Yeah, so we've lost a tiny bit of amperage. At the initial startup, we were looking at 31, 30, 30, and this kind of reflects the slight reduction in flow, perhaps. Let's see what our voltage is. Voltage with load. Voltage with load, 206, 206 we'll call it, and 205. So the volts are down a little bit, the amps are down a little bit. The noise seems fine to me. It's a single stage pump. They're very inefficient. So we could take some thermal pics of this enclosure and of the pump and motor, just have something to compare with if we get called back here again. The hottest part of the motor in the shade is about 45 C, 47 C. Not bad. All right, so we checked voltage with load. We checked amperage. We saw the amperage was a little lower than where it was when we started up. We're also seeing the flow is a tiny bit lower. Pump flow and amperage are directly related. So as flow or work goes up, the amount of amperage or work goes up. If you deadhead a pump, at least a centrifugal pump, not a positive displacement pump, if you deadhead a centrifugal pump, there's not going to be any flow and the amps are going to be very low. And if you run a pump wide open with no restrictions to flow and the flow is very, very high, you can overload a pump and motor if it's not designed for that. At this point, I don't see anything wrong. We did thermal scans of the motor. The motor temperature appears good. It's been running for hours, so it's leveled off at about 47 C. which seems fine. The pump body is ice cold from the water moving through it. But we've got thermal photos of the pump and motor to compare with. We've got another set of amperage readings we can record. And to me, it doesn't seem like there's anything here that requires action to take it out of service or immediate repair. And I'm just going to advise the operator to get their spare pumps, you know, in a row, get the ducts all in a row to get them up and running. This is a temporary solution for the problem that they have. They're working on installing a turbine shaft pump, but that process is still underway and is not completed yet. So once that turbine shaft is in, they should be a lot better off. They won't be using this inline single stage pump, which is very inefficient. So. All right, that's about all we can do here unless something breaks. I'll see you guys on the next one.